provide oleh to scholarship. But the first problem for me is in English.
Okay. So I'll help you with that. Don't worry. Today's session will be all about speaking, and you're going to practice what we've learned
Yes.
during the previous session. So step by step, gradually, you're going to improve. Just have no doubt about it. Also, bear in mind that just simply speaking will not also improve your level. You need to study with the books. If you have some grammar books, you need to have them, and you need to study with these grammar books.
Yes.
Hmm?
Okay, thank you, Miss. Yes. I
You're
think
welcome.
because about reading, about listening, I think I can improve myself. But speaking, I still need partner like Miss
So, yeah.
Alena, Mr. Franklin. It's better if I can communicate in I think from foreigner because it's
Mm-hmm.
force me to speak English 100%. Very
Mm-hmm.
different when the tutor from Indonesia sometimes we use in bahasa, sometimes in English. But when we have a teacher from foreigner, I think all students can be forced to speak in English.
Okay, so within a couple of months, I'm sure you're going to improve. It will not happen within a day, but in couple of months or in half year, for sure, you will see your progress. Now, okay, one more time, welcome, Franklin. Would you like to say a couple of words to us before we get it started?
Hello everyone, how are you? I hope both of you, especially Miss Alena, in a good health. So
Yes, thank you so much.
thank you, Miss Alena. You move the time to reasonable time for us. So right now it's 8:30 in Jakarta or in Jogja right now. And tomorrow we have holiday seasons. It's Chinese New Year
Oh.
in Indonesia. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Oh, for
tomorrow is
how
holiday.
long will it be?
One day only.
Only one day. Okay,
One
so
day.
that's why probably some people are relaxing somewhere on the beach or just having a holiday today, right? Only
Yes.
committed students are coming.
Yeah, hopefully. So mostly in my company, they just get the leave. So yeah, just take a leave and one day leave, or perhaps on Wednesday they leave for vacations. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Good to know that. What holiday is it?
Chinese New Year.
Imlek
Chinese New
celebration.
Year. Ah,
Yeah,
all right.
Gongsi Facai. I don't know in your country is it hype or not.
In my country?
Yeah,
Oh,
Chinese New
no, of
Year.
course not.
No.
No, I live in
Okay.
Turkey and I was born and raised in Russia, and we never celebrate a Chinese New Year.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Nice, interesting.
we have a New Year like on like all the most of the world, I guess, on the
The
31st.
ordinary one.
Yeah, on the 31st of December we start celebrating, and it is done on the 1st of January. And I think, yeah, so 1st of January we are not going to work, and we go to work on 2nd January.
I see. I see.
So just
So
one day off.
just the same in Indonesia. So we have actually two two big seasons that we called like Ramadan is from our brother Muslims
I know
is
Ramadan, yes, in Turkey
Ramadan.
it's
Yeah, I
widely
think it's the
celebrated.
same also in Turkey. You celebrate Ramadan like
Yes,
uh
they do.
yeah. In
Kurban
Indonesia
Bayram,
we
Ramadan.
yeah Indonesia is takes a week for a holiday, so no working in a week.
Same
month.
here. Same here.
Not full month. Full week. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they celebrate Ramadan Bayram and Kurban Bayram.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And both of them take approximately a week also.
A week. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. So let me start sharing my screen to remind you what we were doing last lesson.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see how well you remember.
the class only 3 of us. Really?
You're liking today. Private lesson, guys. Yeah, private lesson.
Private lessons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. But maybe some other students will join. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. So let me just show you what we were covering during our last lesson. So we were talking about part 2 and how long does it last? Let's recall in mind. Recall to mind, how long does it last? Part 2.
3 to 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes. Okay. So it's a so-called long turn. You are going to speak. It's a monologue. An examiner will ask you to talk about something in
Question.
detail. In detail, you are going to talk about something. Okay, how many minutes do you have to prepare your answer?
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. And
Yes.
how long you should be talking for?
1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes. Okay, that's cool. Great. Okay. And it's going to be just personal question and you will have a cue card. And today's type of cue card is events. We started talking more general about what is important, what sections are important to include. So we have some, forward, body, and completion. And we have 5 questions. Usually we answer 5 questions. What are they when we are telling a story? What 5 questions do we need to answer in forward part?
What? When?
What is in a body part?
Oh, in forward, yeah.
Forward, when, right? When?
Who?
Who?
Where?
Yeah, and where? So 3 questions, just briefly. You can say who, where, and when. And then you are moving to the body part, and as you have mentioned, you start telling the story, describing in detail what happened. And in completion, we usually answer which question?
Why?
Why question. Usually we follow that pattern. Cool.
Yeah.
And I shared with you several strategies. I will open directly the checklist to recall in mind all of them. So, first strategy is to use narrative tenses. What do we mean here by narrative tenses?
It's combination between the the past continuous and the perfect past perfect.
Yeah, past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. So all past tenses, please, you're welcome to use. We also need to use adjectives and adverbs to make the story interesting. So by adjectives, what do we mean here? What are adjectives?
The situations that about the feelings, about the events.
About the feelings is a little bit okay. You can actually say how you feel. Okay, right. You can introduce your feelings. The best way to introduce your feelings is by giving idioms, saying idioms like, let's say, I'm tickled pink. Yeah, I felt happy. I was over the moon. Yeah, so you
Over
can
the moon, right?
you can use some idiomatic expressions by saying how you felt, and you can use also some other adjectives. Can you use good or bad in your speech? So these are adjectives too, but can you use good or bad?
Yeah, of course, we can.
You can, but it's not advisable in IELTS. For IELTS speaking part, it is forget about these two words. Forget that you know them, okay?
Um,
Likewise, happy. Yeah, last time Didik said happy 2 times. I said, Didik, forget about happy. You know this word, but forget about this word for IELTS. Use some other options. So by adjectives, I will recall to mind what adjectives you can use. I prepared a couple of more. So instead of good, you can say, let's say, spiffing, splendid, striking, bad, abysmal. What other bad adjectives, negative adjectives we have? Abysmal, atrocious, ghastly,
yeah,
absurd. Remember these, yeah? So you can use these ones. Of course, I can't give you lots of, adjectives.
amazing.
Amazing is a good one, yes.
Amazing actually is my favorite words
Oh, okay, you have your preference.
because because the rest I don't know actually, Miss. This is actually the new word for me. Like astromizing, gorgeous actually is I can
Gorgeous,
gorgeous.
astonishing,
Yeah. Shrinking,
fabulous.
king is that is new for me actually.
Yeah, they are high order words, I would
High
say.
word, yeah, okay.
They are not very common, but it's good if you can use them, if you know them. Believe me, you will
Gorgeous.
upscale your speaking skills, and you will impress the examiner if you say splendid instead of good.
Mm,
And if you say atrocious instead of bad, or abysmal, or ghastly, or absurd, or
absurd.
preposterous, or bore, it was a bore. Yeah. So, and as an emotions, yeah, we talked about emotions, that excited, to forget the whole world, pleased as sponge, be struck by something, down in the dumps. I will talk a little bit more about emotions today. So this is number 2. And as for adverbs, what adverbs you can use? What?
Extremely
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hilarious,
intensifiers.
amazingly,
Amazingly
unexpectedly,
fast. Amazingly smart. Unexpectedly cheap. It was way too much. It was way
way too
too much
much.
expensive. Perfect. Perfect. You remember them all? Cool. So you can screenshot this one as well. So we have high level intensifiers, middle level intensifiers, and lower level intensifiers or mitigators. So you can use these ones extremely, utterly, absolutely, insanely. These are high level, middle level, very,
Mhm.
really, particularly, rather, quiet, specifically, and lower level. Slightly, was slightly noisy. It was
Slightly
somewhat noisy. It was mildly noisy. It was relatively noisy. Well, you can use these adverbs for your storytelling. Checklist point number 3, use sequencing words. First of all,
first
then,
of then after
mhm. What else
later
do you
on
do?
later on finally ultimately in the end we can use it that ultimately
Ultimately is something else. It's an adverb, actually. You can use it.
all right
Mm-hmm.
in
But not for
sequencing word.
sequence. Not for sequencing.
Oh, okay. I think the same meaning, yeah, Miss. Ultimately and in the end, finally, like that. Is it
No, 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 no.
no?
Ultimately.
Different. Okay.
Give your story an introduction. Say briefly what your story is about. So, start with an introduction, then give the background to your story, say when and where it took place and what you were what you were doing at that time. 6, say what happened step by step. Use words like so, because, and although to connect some
Although.
idea. So we used some conjunctions here. Conjunctions of time. Firstly, I did this. Then, after a while, later, yeah. So conjunctions. This
Mm-hmm.
is conjunctions of time, conjunctions of concession. Although I was working hard, I couldn't pass my exam, and because conjunctions of reason why something happened. Okay, so you can use also some conjunctions. And finish your story or anecdote by saying why it's important to you or why you remember it. Yeah. And now let's get to our cue cards. So cue card number 1, you need to describe a local event you have attended. You should say what this event was, when and where it was, what happened in the event, and explain what you liked about this event. And then we will move on to talk about public events that you have attended. So they are quite similar. This one is more local and this one is big event. And the questions to cover will be quite the same. Yeah, who attended this event, what event it was, when and why it was held. And so here is the card to help you. You can use some vocabulary. So pick up an event if you can see now. So I will give you 1 minute to prepare. So pick up an event for the first card. Describe a local event you have attended. What this event was. So pick up the event. What event it was. Choose one. So street party, house party, after party, all-nighter, baby shower, bachelor party, and hen party. Do you know what it means, bachelor party and hen party? Do you know what bachelor party?
No,
Okay, this is a
we
party.
don't have we don't have that party in Indonesia, I think.
I'm sure you do have. So bachelor party is when let's say one of your friends is getting married and all boys, males, gather together to celebrate, to have a night out together before the marriage. It's usually conducted 1 day before.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of us is under standard of the wealthiness, miss. so so
Oh, you
most
don't
of
have it.
Indonesia most of Indonesia doesn't have it. I mean,
All right, all right. And
yeah,
grand party is for girls. So
yeah.
when girls have girls outing together, they do some fun activities before one of them gets married.
The opposite means with Indonesia culture. Before the Indonesia married, they should make like restorations. I mean, uh,
Ah,
but
really?
it's of them will separated and cannot see each other. It's a Java culture, I think. Uh, so
Hmm.
the male and female is protected by their families to not meet anyone. I think
Oh,
the purpose is to pretend the health of the groom and bride, and also like cannot do, you know, when young people do together is sometimes they will harm themselves, or maybe some accidents will happen and it will
Yeah.
affect the events.
And
So
we
the
have lots
Indonesian
of
culture,
stories like this, sure. We
of
have even made
course,
movies. Yeah, there are
yeah,
some movies
during
based
that
on it.
evil.
Hangover, I think, the one of the most popular movies when the
Correct.
boys had bachelor's party and they had lots of problems. And the next day, I think the male, this bachelor could hardly the groom could hardly be reaching the party at the time it was the wedding
Yes,
ceremony.
yes, correct,
Yeah, that's
correct. So
true.
Indonesia culture is when you, for example, tomorrow you have your events, your big events. It's of the each person's male and female should like protect by her family. I mean, for their
Mm-hmm.
family, to
Oh,
prevent
cool.
something bad happen to the bride or to the groom.
Right, right. So
Yeah,
your family
yeah,
are protecting you. Unlike
yeah,
it, I mean, in our culture, maybe in Turkey it's quite similar, but
correct. Yeah,
in European culture and in Russian culture, nobody really cares. So you are
yeah,
over 18, just get off the house, you know. You are an
yeah, yeah, correct.
individual. You should live on your own, and you should be strong enough to take control over your life.
Yeah, different culture, miss, in
Yeah,
Indonesia.
yeah, different culture, different perception. Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. Okay, but probably you have a drink up with the colleagues. It's usually happening with the colleagues when you decide to go to a bar and to, or with a friend, with friends as well. You can go to a bar and drink some cocktails or some beer, whatever.
Hmm, hmm,
It's called a drink up. You can throw a party at your house, to throw a party to organize it. You can have get together. Yes, to get together with old friends means to, physically to get together. To catch up with, to catch up, to learn what's happening with your friends at the moment. So to catch up with what my friends had been up to. So it's a good opportunity to catch up with what my friends had been up to. So what's going on in my friend's life, I want to learn. And so to catch up with means you learn something new. A nice way to wind down after a hard, I think you will see it better like this. A nice way to wind down after a hard week at work. Wind down to relax. A nice way
relax.
to relax after a hard week at work. So if you're going to talk about party, you can use this vocabulary. If you're going to talk about wedding ceremonies, you will talk about bride, groom, guest, ceremony, marriage, vows, speech, wedding, reception, flowers, clothing, cake. Do I need to comment on something here? Do you know all of these words, or should I comment on some of them?
Yeah, I know all of the words
Did
vocabulary.
you? Do you?
Yes, I think understand about party and wedding because
Okay.
in our country
No. Dijik, I'm
use
asking if you need to comment any of the words because
oh
before you
yes,
start speaking. Do you
I
know all
think
the words
okay,
in the list? Bride,
yes,
groom, guest, ceremony.
yes, I see.
Do you know all of them, or should I comment? Should I
No
explain?
comment.
Should I explain any of them?
Sorry, miss.
Should I explain some of them? Do,
Explain.
do you know what is bride?
Yes, I know. Bride, bride in a
Groom,
person will be married.
groom
Groom.
Groom.
is a woman who is going to be a man. So a bride is a woman who is
Woman.
going to get
Groom is
married.
man.
Groom is a
Oh
man who
yes,
is going to get married.
yes.
Do you know what guests mean?
guest is a person that we invite to come
Okay,
our party
good.
or wedding.
Ceremony?
The day, the day the party.
Yeah. Marriage?
Marriage is I think female and male will be married.
Will be wife and husband. Marriage. Yeah,
Yes,
this is what
husband
we
and
call
wife to
marriage.
be husband and wife.
Vows? Do you know vows?
Promise.
Promise. Good. Speech? I think you know
Speech.
speech.
Yes, I think.
Short talk. Short or
Yes,
long talk.
Yeah, yeah. Usually people make some speech
Yes.
during the weddings. Wedding reception, I think it's also pretty
Eat.
clear.
Yeah. Eat.
eating together.
Flowers, you know, clothing,
Yeah.
you know, cake, you
Flowers.
know.
Yes,
Okay,
Clothing.
if you're going to
Street.
talk about wedding, you can use these words. If you're going to talk about festival, these are the words you're going to use. What it commemorates. For example, you can say that our country, we commemorate the day when our country's leader decided to establish a parliament. Before, you were not a, let's say, a republic, you were a monarchy, and then your country's leader decided to establish a parliament and decided to establish a republic, and you commemorate this day.
Oh my.
To remember, commemorate, memory, commemorate. You
Oh.
remember this day.
memorizing.
Memorize
So
is something to mark it, to celebrate. It's the day when you remember something important happened, and usually it's happening big, something important and big for your country.
Hmm.
oh.
Like
It's like
Independence Day.
Independence. Yeah. Independence Day.
Right, like Independence Day, good. Yeah, if your country, let's say, was a colony of another country, then you can say, yeah, on
Independence
that
Day. Yeah.
day we commemorate our independence from, I don't know, from which country if you were.
Holland.
Holland, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that Holland was also a part of it. Towards the country. I didn't know they were a part of imperialism.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it right, Mr. Didik? Correct me if I'm wrong. Holland.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
350 miss. 350 years.
For 50,
Colonized.
150 years.
350. Yes. Correct.
350 years. My goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have something to
Long time.
commemorate, guys. So you can talk about it. Religious significance. Significance means importance. So for
Ramadan.
example,
Ramadan, right?
Ramadan has religious
Fitri festival.
significance for some people. You know, gifts. Gifts is presents. Uh,
Presents.
decoration, probably you know, some bubbles, some flowers everywhere.
Yes.
So
In
customer, customs. Sorry, customs means traditions.
traditions.
Traditions. So it's a
Habit.
custom to paint our hands before the wedding, for example. Okay.
Mm.
Special meal. Special meal, you
Special
know
dish.
what to
Yeah.
eat. Public holiday, probably you also know. If you want to talk about sport events, you can say the Olympic Games. I think I misspelled that one.
Olim
Ly should be
Olympic. Yes, correct. LY. Olympic.
Okay, the Olympic Games. And what else? You can say, you can talk about athletes,
Athletes.
players, crowds, spectators. Spectators, do you know that word?
Spectators, the one who always talk about the it's wrong, like out go like that.
The ones
Spectators.
who watch the show, the sport event.
Oh, the spectators
The
who watch
viewer,
only, not the commenter, the
not the
commentator.
not the
Ah,
commentators. We have
all right.
commentators here.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Spectators are the ones who are watching the show or the races, whatever is happening. Stadium, the place where it is taken. Field,
Field.
pitch, track is where people are running or doing their
Yeah.
athletic track and field activities. Commentators is what you said, like the ones who
Yes.
comment on the contest. And the contest is a race when people are competing with each other. They are racing. Yeah, they're trying to win. And the winner.
The score.
The score, and then the winner. The score is how many points someone gets, and then the
Points.
winner is the one who is the wins.
The win.
And the last one is concert event. So if you have have some concert events happening in your town, you can say band, group, orchestra, lightning, sound, stage, crowd, audience, instrument,
Audience.
voice, song, piece of music. So now I give you 1 minute to look at these words, select and answer the questions, and tell us a story. You'll be speaking for 1 to 2 minutes, so I give you 1 minute. Let me set the timer. Do you have some notes? Do you have some paper to take notes? Okay, are you ready? Did you, Franklin?
Yes.
Should we start, or do you need an
Franklin
extension?
first.
Why Franklin first?
Yeah. Because
Okay, Franklin, local event or public event? Big public or local event? What have you prepared?
Local
Local
event.
event. Okay, so when you're talking, let me send you the cue card. What this event was, when and where it was, what happened in this event, and explain what you liked about this, okay? I'm sending you here so you can look up to it and it will be your guide. And let me start the timer. Yes, you may start now.
Oh, actually, sorry. Can you just stop first?
Okay.
What is the questions? You should say what.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. Let me send this to. Describe a local event you have attended. That's
ah.
the question.
Okay. Just confused. What is that?
So we're answering something, but we don't know
All right.
what we are answering. That's a good start.
What is that? You should say what the event was. What event describe a local event? All right.
Do you need me? If you need 1 more minute, I can give you 1 more minute to prepare.
Okay.
It's
Okay. No
fine.
problem. I feel I can try it now, Miss. Just try it
Okay,
now.
so and Didik is going to listen to you, and then we will
yes.
give some advice to Franklin. What was good, what was not so good, what he can develop. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Let's get started. You may start speaking, Franklin.
Today I'd like to talk about the events that I remembered. It was like 3 years ago. The event was my sister's wedding. Uh, what uh, what I remembered at the time, it was conducted in a hotel nearby our house, and the all the invitations is already invited, and all the people is attended. And I believe that event is a big event for my sister, because that event actually is the one she waiting for, and the one she prepared for a long time. And uh, it is something important to my sister, because this is the first time she make a wedding party, and it was like there is a foe in the church before that wedding, and together we have fun and have eat together the delicious dishes that I know, and I'm the one who in charge in the kitchen area, to make sure all the food delivered on time, and all the guests and invited get uh, get a food correct get a food nicely and enough for their needs. So I think this event is unforgettable for me and for my families, and it was documented with the videos and the pictures that already hanging on the wall right now.
Okay, very good, very good. Just the time, yeah. So you could start and finish, and like right when the timer was pausing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
lucky,
yeah.
lucky me.
You have a good sense of timing. You have a good sense of timing. Great. Okay, Didik, your suggestions.
Okay, I will try to give Mr. Franklin some suggestion. As far I know, the first one about grammar, I think Mr. Franklin can use grammar correctly because Mr. Franklin tell about the past story and use simple past tense. I think okay.
Right.
Then
Mm-hmm.
about pronunciation, I think still to improve. Like Mr. Franklin said, attended, maybe attended, not attended, attended, yeah, attended.
Attended, the correct one. I
Yes,
think
I think
Attended. Attended.
yes,
attended, attended.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think using adjective sequences, Mr. Franklin still to improve because the story from Mr. Franklin directly. I didn't find after that finally uh, like under apa etc. I didn't find the sequencing word.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I
So,
think enough from me
yeah.
is
Yes, very good. Very, descriptive and in depth. Thank you so much. And let me open the file, the checklist, actually. So I think you use narrative tenses. That was good. Uh, well, you use some adjectives though. I remember you said unforgettable. Yeah,
Correct.
unforgettable is an adjective. As for adverbs, I don't remember right now, and I also don't remember you were using some sequencing words. Were you?
Forgot, miss. Forgot already.
You forgot completely. Okay, it will come in with practice. That's why I'm doing this checklist for you, so you can
Yeah.
see some points that you undermine, that you ignore, speech. The speech by speech that you made. So you can improve looking at this checklist. Yeah, you did the story, an introduction to a story. You created the setting that was good. You gave this setting, the background to your story. You said it was a wedding where it took place in a restaurant and so on. You also said that you were responsible for the food and beverages. That's where you started to hesitate a little bit. So I saw that you are not sure what to talk about. You were looking for ideas at that point.
Correct.
Yeah.
True. You're true.
But it's okay. It's totally fine. Still, you can score band 6 with such hesitations. Don't worry. And you finished your story by saying that it was unforgettable. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was unforgettable. That's what you said. It was good. And so all in all, I think you of course you know what was wrong, but you can improve it. Just keep in mind the next time you speak, write down. I need to use sequencing words, okay? And I think we have Alpha join us. Uh, I'm right, Alpha. I don't see. Let me see the name. It's opening. Bear with me. Oh no, she left. She came and left. Okay.
Run away, miss, because of the testing, perhaps.
Sorry.
Maybe he's run away because you test the speaking.
There were two students who
Maybe
joined and then
he
left.
is afraid.
One was boy and another one was a girl. Alpha, I think, was one of them. Okay, never mind. So you can also say some when describing some events. You can say unforgettable, great. You can say memorable, spectacular. What else you can say? Just to help you out, you can edit and develop your speech and record yourself later on. Fantastic, amazing, wonderful, a day to remember. It was a once in a life experience. I had a whale of time. Remember, I had a great time. I had a whale of time. I enjoyed every minute. I was blown away. Blown away like I was excited. It was a great moment. I couldn't have asked for more. Remember that too. Yes, it was so good. It exceeded my expectations. It overcame my expectations. Okay, so these ones you can use, and now we are over to Franklin. Not Franklin. Sorry, we're over to Didik. Didik, are you going to describe a local event or big public event? Which one?
Okay, I think about local event. I will
Local.
try.
Okay.
Yes.
Then the questions are same. And what I can open for you. The cue card. Do you need a cue card?
Yes.
In chat
Do you
already,
need to
miss.
see, do you need to see these words? Do you need to
Sorry,
see
Miss.
my PowerPoint?
I need the screen about cue card.
Cue card. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here
Yeah.
you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
the same Franklin, please look and analyze. Yeah.
yes.
Listen and
Okay,
analyze.
miss.
It will be very helpful later on. Okay, let's get started. 2 minutes is yours.
Okay, I will try, Miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me start by defining what a local event is. In my opinion, a local event is one of event in our region we hold every year. Actually, I attended Ngruat Desa, maybe one of religious significance, on February 20 and 21 before fasting month. Maybe other people can understand the event is like a prayer for ancestor. In the time I attended the event with bringing my family, wife and a daughter. The event is in my village, Magelang, Central Java, maybe in many places in Indonesia. We can find the similar event. We sat on our carpet so we could see some attraction. My daughter was very happy and not bored. I think we need the attraction because the event need much time, around 3 to 2 hours. Without the attraction, maybe many people could be bored. In the time we gather together and each person brought some food in one location. After all people gather, prior leader gave some speech and other people attending in the location listen. After that, we ate together and share some food. Some people brought delicious food, so I could eat the food. In my town, we have like kupat tahu. Maybe people can see that like soft rice wrapped by leaf. The most important thing that made me amazing is your attraction. The last,
Okay, your time is up.
yes,
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you. Franklin, yes, what have you noted?
I don't know the story, Miss.
You couldn't note anything, could you?
Yeah. What I
Why?
can
Then let's
say.
understand why, okay? Why was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to understand?
I don't know. I just don't know about the story overall. I mean, I cannot see the point of the events. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
uh,
firstly, what was the event, Didik? I also couldn't get my your point
Yes.
across.
The
What
event
was your
is
event you were
like
talking about?
prior together, prior
Sorry?
together, prior together to
Pray.
our ancestor.
Pray.
Yes, praying
Pray
together.
together.
Yes, praying together to our ancestor. We
With
we hold
oh my
every
okay.
year
goodness.
one time in one location that we make agreement to gather. We must bring our food. Then one of prior leader give speech before the ending the event. Prior leader make praying together. Other person say Amin. Amin in English maybe
Amen.
uh,
Amen. The same, mas. The same.
yes,
Amen.
Amin. Yes, Amin. Yes.
Amen.
After the event,
Amen.
all
Amen.
people eat together. So we can sometimes we can get delicious food. So maybe every person will be happy. But the most important, just not just gathering, not just for eating together, but the most important we can improve togetherness because in this age we are very busy, very difficult to make meeting together. So one of ways to make uh, togetherness we can make uh, gather apa gather together and praying together.
Okay, we
Yes.
got now we got what happened. Okay, what event it was? It was the event when everyone was praying together. And all right, why people were praying together?
Because to remember our ancestor.
Ancestors.
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps
Ancestors.
we can use to honor our ancestor and to remind our ancestor, Miss.
Yeah, you can
Sometimes,
say to worship.
To
Maybe.
worship our
oh
ancestor.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
Yeah,
worship.
to worship. To worship.
To commemorate again, yeah, you can
Yeah,
say to commemorate
to
your
commemorate.
ancestors.
Correct.
Hmm.
Why it was public event?
Sorry, Miss.
Why it was local but it was public? Why you did it all together? Is it happening every year? Is it a tradition? Is it a custom?
Yes, it is custom in my village. before we enter to fasting month, in my village, we make agreement to make praying together. We invite one of leader, maybe uh, in bahasa kiai. Mr. Franklin, do you know kiai in English?
Kiai. Oh, the elders. The elders, miss. The elders.
The elders,
Oh,
yes.
the eldest.
Or Islamic teacher, I think Islamic
The
teacher.
prince. The prince
Priest,
in the
priest
prince. Yeah.
maybe. The priest.
Yes.
The
Okay.
prince.
To give speech, and finally he lead to praying together.
Okay, you see why we couldn't get you. Firstly, pronunciation. You need to work on your pronunciation. You said praying, and praying is something else. Praying
Pray.
together.
Pray.
Okay. Then you didn't provide us background information.
Yes,
Forwards, yeah, introduction. You said we were praying together, but for you maybe it's something natural that you get together and pray, but we didn't understand why you were doing it. What was the story behind it? So what you were trying to do, yes. So that's actually the skill. You need to understand. You need to explain us what it is about. Imagine little kids are in front of you, and you need to explain it in a layman word so that everyone understands. So you assume that we know, but first, as I see, even Franklin couldn't get your point across. And he's sharing the same culture with you, and I'm a foreigner, and for me it's even more difficult to understand what you're talking about. Yeah,
correct.
so make it in a layman word. So we are praying it in front of, I mean, as a whole village. It happens. When it happens, it happens every year.
Every year.
Yes.
Why? We worship, we call for a priest, and he organizes this event. It's a custom in my village, and we worship our ancestors by doing this. And then this is your forwards, this is your introduction, so we understand. And then you describe, last year we also did it, and we met in the downtown, let's say, of our village. And then we did this, we did that. Then you go into details. So first, your forward should explain us who, where, and actually, in your case, better why, because it's not really clear why you're doing it. Yes, who, when, and where. And then move on to explaining in the case in details, what actually you were doing last year or 2 days ago, or whenever it happened. So give a detail, step-by-step story of what was happening then, and then finish it up. It was an amazing story. I liked it so much. I enjoyed it, blah, blah, blah. We had a whale of time. Or that was important because we all got together, we had this synergy together, and I mean, for some other reasons, maybe you can also have it, you can also like it. Yeah, why you like this gathering, you can say and remind us, share it with all of us. So okay, and that would be a perfect answer. Guys, what I suggest you, develop your speech, and that will be just great. And if you want to me to hear it, you can send it to the group, and we will all give a sample answer to everyone else. That will be great. Yeah. So okay, I will stop recording now, and stop transmitting my my screen. Let's take a picture. One more. I love the way you show this heart. I don't know how you do this, but it's like this, I guess. Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Mm. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I use both hands. I can't do anything with it. So tell me what your takeaways from this session. What do you need to focus on in your IELTS speaking?
Performance, miss. So I need to
It's
I need
very
to improve.
general. Performance is very general.
Very general. For me, I need to improve the sequence first, and
Okay.
then also mm, the connector of the word, like but and
Connect.
what
We call them conjunctors.
conjunctions, correct.
Yes,
Conjunction,
Yeah,
conjunction.
they connect the sentences, the
correct.
sentence together. Let's say we have one main clause and one subordinate clause. Yes, I
Yes.
like apples because, and then subordinate clause stick to the main clause. You
Yeah.
explain why, but of course you need to develop more difficult conjunctions. But you can start with some basic ones.
Hmm. Yeah, correct. That's what I learned for today's meeting, miss. To
Perfect,
yeah.
perfect. Okay, okay. Didik, what about you? What's your takeaway?
I think I need to improve how to make take a note when to prepare the answer the cue card. I feel difficult to make note. So I think many thing I forget what thing I must answer. Maybe next meeting Miss Alina can give uh, tips how we can make take a note.
Good notes. Yeah,
Yes,
correct.
How to take
because
notes?
we
To
yes
take
because
notes. How to
examiner
prepare,
give
miss.
us 1 minute to prepare. I think very difficult to make a note, the best note, so we can answer the question the best we can answer.
Right. Yeah, that's a skill, and in one way it's hard to prepare, but you can make it. Yeah, if you write sentence by sentence, of course, you can't.
Cannot, miss. We cannot write sentence by sentence,
Yes.
Yeah, you
unfortunately.
can't, you won't be able to finish. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Didik, for you, follow the cue card questions for now on. Okay,
Yes.
try just to follow it and keep in mind that you need to have 4 words like introduction, body part, that is immense, that
Mm.
massive part, 85% of your entire speech, and then one sentence as a conclusion. Just follow these the footsteps, the prompts that I gave you, and in time you will develop it. It will take,
Yes.
for you, note taking will take more time.
Mm.
So if
Yes.
needed, I can give you 2 minutes. It's okay for now because we are learning.
Yeah,
Mm.
correct, miss.
So next time I can give you 2-3 minutes so that you will be able to develop your speech.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So then, thank you for joining me today.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
Miss.
for the
Yeah.
private class, miss.